Okay, so in this lesson, we're going to create a header from scratch using the Elementor footers and headers block plugin. So that's a free plugin that you can add to Elementor, and we're actually using the free version of Elementor. We're not using Elementor Pro, so we don't have all of its full functionality, but just out of the box, it's pretty powerful. So we did have to add the plugin, and I'll show you what it's called and what it looks like. So if we go to plugins, you can see here Elementor header, footer, and blocks plugin. And so where it installs that into Access to create a header and footer is you need to go to Appearance, and then you need to go to Header and Footer and Blocks. So that's where it puts it. So if you don't see it on your dashboard, that's why, because it's under the Appearance menu, and then you'll see Header and Footers and Blocks. All right, so we've already created a footer. We're doing this a little backwards because normally you create a header, but that's okay. We're going to create a header for our website. I already have a home page, but no header. So normally I would probably build the header first, but we're going to go ahead and do this after the fact. So what I'm going to do is go up top and say Add New, and it's going to launch this wizard in the plugin, and I'm going to give it a title called Header. And then type a template here, select option, drop down. We're going to go ahead and select header. Display, we're going to let everybody see it on the entire website. And then user role, all. And so there's no exclusivity. We're not trying to just let certain roles look at the header. We want everyone to see it. And then we'll just leave all this stuff on the right side. We'll leave that the way it is by default. So we're going to go ahead and publish this. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go edit it with Elementor. This is the visual builder that is a plugin for WordPress to give you drag and drop functionality and widgets and just code that's already like little mini applications. All the code is already done for you, and it's just a drag and drop type of experience. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and click on this to create a new section, and that's going to be my header. It's going to ask me what type of structure. I'm just going to do a 3-column for now. I can always change this, and then you'll notice that it creates the 3 columns up top, and they have little plus signs. So if I go to the first one, I'm going to add a site logo. Now I already have a logo that I've uploaded earlier, so it'll be easily accessed. So now I clicked on that plus, it brings up all the widgets in Elementor, and I'm going to search for site icon. And it's actually site logo, so that's a correction, site logo. And you'll see these HFBs, it's very faint, but if you look closely you can see them. These are part of the plugin widgets that the plugin provided, so it's header, footer, block. So I'm going to go ahead and drag site logo in there. And that's my logo. And then also I'm going to drop in the navigation menu, okay? We'll just leave this for now. We can always increase the size, or if you want it smaller, you can do that as well. But for now, we're just going to leave it default. And we're going to go and click the plus sign here in the middle of the section. And then what we're going to do is look for menus. So we're not going to search for it this time. Just pretend that we don't know the name of it and we're looking for menu, and I'll show you exactly which one, because there's a couple of different menus that you can choose from. So here are the basic widgets out of the box. Here are the Pro versions. So you need Pro. You'll see a little lock. The opacity is pretty high, so you can barely see it. But there it is. And then you'll see General, all the different things. We could put a counter, star rating, basic gallery, social icons. So that's just drag and dropping into these sections that gives us that functionality. And so what we're looking for is header block, header, footer, and blocks. That's part of the plugin. These are the widgets that came with it. And we're looking for navigation menu. That's HFB. So if we drag and drop that in the middle, you're going to see it's going to pull the pages that we created, or that we already have created, and we have a menu, our primary menu, our main menu, and it's going to pull those in. So there's all my different pages that it pulled in. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and increase this. And let's go a little to the right so everything fits in. And if we wanted to get rid of some of these, we could. So if I wanted to get about me, all I would do is go back to my dashboard in appearance, and then in menu, and then I can just remove about or any of these, or rename them as well, and it would show up. So if I didn't want podcasts all episodes, I could label it just podcast episodes and get rid of all. Or work with me, I could just say services. So you have that flexibility. And so anyways, back to creating the menu. And then finally what we're going to do is we're going to create a button here. So it's call to action, or just a button. It could be a subscribe button, link to a form, or in this case, I'm just going to say book me or contact me or something like that. So we're going to look for the button, and if we can't find it, we could just type it, button. There it is. And we're going to drag and drop that in there. And then now we're going to start customizing this a little bit. So the first thing I want to do is create a black background to give it some contrast. So what I'm going to do is click on this little section button, the 6 little dots right in the middle. You can see that. And then I'm going to go to Style, and then I'm going to go to Background Classic here, as you can see, background type. And then I'm going to select the color. There's no color right now. And I'm going to select black to give it some contrast. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and update that. And then you can see these are very faint. So let's make them white. And I don't like the green as I hover over these. We can change that too. So I'm going to go ahead and edit that. So what I do is I just click on this little pencil, and you can see that it's surrounding this section that I want to edit. And then I'm going to go to Style. So that's where I could find my typography and padding and etc. So here's the text color down here, typography, which is just a fancy name for font. So I'm going to change the text color, and I'm going to make it white so it really stands out. So there you go, it's white. And so we'll go with that. And then let's see what else I can change that I care about. Vertical padding, as you can see, I can go up and down and make this a little bigger, but we're going to have it centered about there. Spaces in between, okay, if you had more room there. Row spaces, horizontal, so it's about as best I can do right there. And then I could always make this smaller to give me room, or I can drag this out a little bit more as well. And okay, so that's your logo, and real quickly, that's your menu. And then we're going to modify this little guy here. So we're going to edit, click here, and we're just going to say book me. And then we're going to change the green here, so we have to go to Style. And we could also add a link here. So for instance, we could just do https www.disablebody.com/ let's just go blog for now. But that could go to any page, or it could go to a form. It could trigger any type of event. So let me go to Style, and then let me get rid of this here, and we will make it kind of like an orange. Let's see. And yeah, so that stands out. And then we'll go ahead and say update. And then there is your header. Okay, so we're done. We created the logo. This could be anything. This is actually an image, even though it looks like font. It's a little trick. So basically what I did is, I'll show you here. To create this, I went to myfonts.com, and then I just found, you just pick any font that you like, and I put my name, and then it just spelled it out. So if you want to put your name, so it puts your name, obviously, and then I'm going to put it back to my name. And what I did is I just right-clicked on it, and I just saved image as. And so it created an image and downloaded it to my computer. And then I just went in and I added, when it asked me to find the site logo, if I edit, and then if I want a custom image, then I added it that way. So you could just upload any image that you want. I'm going to leave this though so I don't mess it up. But let's say you do want to edit this. Again, where would you find that? Let's see if you remember. So if I get out of here, if I want to edit this header or the footer, let's get out of here. So exit to dashboard. And you find it, remember, under appearance. So if I want it ever, because see, it's hidden, it's not on your dashboard. So sometimes you lose that, where is it? And you look in pages and you go, okay, where are my headers and footers? I don't see them, where is it? So remember, it's appearance, header, footer, and blocks. And then here it is, header. And then we're going to edit with Elementor. And then there you go. If I want to edit any of these components here, these widgets, I can go ahead and select that. Go to Advanced. This is important here. Like if you want to move this around, make sure that it's unlocked. So here it's locked. So then when I move this, everything's moving together. 15:15. Look at watch. See? Everything moves together. But if I want to move this to the left, what I have to do is unlink it. So I click that unlink button. And then let's say I want to move this more to the left to give it a little more breathing room. There you go. And that's pretty much it. Just always make sure that you update. So let's go ahead and update the changes. And there we go. Our header is complete.